Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? What's good in the hood? This is Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. This is your boy OTR Mic Drop.
Oh, that's all. That's it. That's it.
Yo, about to tell you why.
All right, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Thursday Night Trey. Uh, let me go ahead
As
and
you
give a.
see, as you see, ladies and gentlemen, we are back down to two.
I was just about to say, let's go ahead and give us some cheering for us two showing up,
Appreciate truth. Happy New Year's to you too, my guy. But
and
as you
then
see,
for
we are
our compadre that's not here.
part time. Part time Jay. Let's give a round of applause for part time Jay.
Oh,
You
because
know,
you
we're
know,
supposed to be having a wintery
I'm about to
mix.
say it's a storm coming,
Yeah, it's a storm will come in. We ain't talking about Tony
or Jade.
or Jade. There we go.
But
But
yeah,
we gonna
man, we
hold it
got a
down for y'all, man.
we got a pretty good topic. I've been waiting for this one portion. I think this is gonna be a very spirited conversation. We talk about these Netflix numbers. That's gonna be very. I'm excited about this one. Uh, let's go ahead and start though. Uh, NXT New Year's Evil was last night, and
Tuesday night.
Tuesday. I'm sorry, Tuesday,
Mm.
and we had. I don't know. One of them I think was a surprise. The other one I'm not quite so sure. We have two new champions. Um,
Very much so. Very much so.
the beautiful madness Julia defeated the prodigy Roxanne Perez.
Hmm.
And Oba Femi defeated Eddie Thorpe and Trick in a triple threat.
So which one were you surprised about?
Oba.
You sure?
hmm I didn't think that Roxanne. I didn't know. I wasn't. The thing about Roxanne is kind of like with Mandy Rose. I was every time you thought that she might lose it, she always ended up winning. I know this is
Right.
the second time that she fought Julia, and Cora Jade did try to interfere in this one again, but I don't know. I feel like when a Trick already lost his title in a multi-man match before. I didn't know they was
Hmm.
gonna do that. I didn't know they was gonna do that again.
Well,
And I love Oba, but I mean his first title match and he got it, so who knows? It kind
yeah,
of I was kind of surprised by that.
I wasn't. Cause but I don't know why you're surprised. Cause I felt like you picked
It's
Obafemi
not
when we did our predictions, because we did it 2 weeks prior.
hell.
Um,
I don't remember. But honestly, I mean, surprise may not be the right word. Uh, Thrown off, maybe. I don't know.
but
I don't know.
we've been calling Trick. It's time. It's time for him to
Yeah.
come up. And you already know what time it is. It's like we almost there. We almost at Royal Rumble. So, you know, I feel like that's when we gonna get the Trick. I'm not sure if they're gonna reestablish this feud with him and Mello on the main stage, on the main roster. But I could kind of see that coming to fruition. Um, but yeah, I feel like I do want to say this. If no one's gonna do it right, Shawn Michaels gonna do it right. Shawn Michaels is here for the black champions. Okay, let me tell
Yep.
you,
Yep.
Shawn Michaels is here for the black champions. Not only did we have a black champion twice, but he vacated and lost his title to another black champion.
hmm
Um,
The blackest.
I'm talking about Gorilla Monsoon Black. I'm talking about Black Panther Wakanda
Mbappe.
Black, M'Baku Black. Okay,
Mbaku. I say Mbappe. Mbaku.
M'Baku. Okay, I'm talking about Get Out Black. But I'm here for the
We've
Obafemi
all
era.
we've also had Kalani Jordan,
We've had
black
Kalani
woman.
Jordan.
black
Yeah.
woman.
hmm As the main championship, and this is what I want to say. I know it's going to be a lot of people who says that, well, it's NXT, it's the development, it's the C show or whatever. Listen, listen, listen. When you get people like The Rock to just come there and speak, it's no
Hmm.
longer the development. It's no longer that tough enough stage. Like they're their own show, they're their own brand. It's NXT. Like NXT, to me, NXT is equal. Okay, I'm not gonna say equal.
I'm about to say,
Delete that.
relax.
It's not equal, but on a visual level, if it wasn't for the channel that they're on, I would say NXT is right there with Raw because we knew that SmackDown was leading the charge, right?
Hmm.
Me personally, as a viewer, SmackDown leads for me. I just feel
Well,
like that they have more.
NXT, they do have the deepest women's division.
They have the deepest women's division. Their men's matches aren't slop. Their tag team matches is pretty. Their tag team division is pretty deep, but their women's division is heavy,
Hmm.
heavy. So you know, they got to put respect on NXT's name right now, and put respect on Shawn Michaels. He know what he doing.
Hmm. I'm ready for the Oba era. I remember we did talk about how we thought once he lost the once he lost his belt to Tony D and then lost the rematch,
hmm
how we thought that that was going to be it. We didn't necessarily think that he needed to go for the uh, men's championship because he was the longest reigning North American champ. He was mad dominant. I figured that because certain people don't always have to win the main title, is what we said, and he
hmm
could easily just go up. But I'm glad that they did decide to put it on him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
I feel like with Oba, he's one of those prodigies, man. He's one of those ones that, if he wants to stay, if he wants to patent his craft, he could stay. But he was like Keith Lee was back in Keith Lee's NXT days. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who came in there and was like, oh man, he needed to be on the main roster immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Of course, it's some things that need to be tuned up. That's with everybody, but I mean the stuff that he's doing in the ring to be so big and stuff, man, he's there. He's there. He's with NXT for the new era, the new takeover.
Truth says think Oba will have one will have a long run and then move up. Do we think that?
Okay, so we have to look at. I don't think Oba is gonna have like a treacherous long run. I feel like that when okay, they have a roster, they have a deep roster, but you got to look at the type of build that Oba is. Like you got to think also about who could also come in the future, right?
Hmm.
So what's today? So tomorrow you got to think about this. Zilla's about to have his last independent match against Booker T. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So with the way that, and we'll get to it, the way that this bloodline storyline is, yeah, he could do the same thing Solo did and could go to NXT for a little quick hit, right? So he could get
Hmm.
acclimated to the way that the WWE system is. Booker T's already been working with him on the WWE system, but he has to really get that in-house feel. And then we got Hikuleu who's coming, who's going to be the giant that we've been looking forward to seeing. They want to make sure that they're not doing the same thing that they did with Omos, where you pull him up when he really wasn't ready. Um, you still got some heavy hitters like uh what's his name? Fuck. He was just hurt. He came from AEW, came back. Trey, help me out. Help me out.
I'm thinking.
Perfect,
I'm,
perfect 10, perfect 10.
oh, Sean Spears.
Sean Spears. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. But we still got people like the likes of him. We still got Wes Lee. You know, it's still a roster out
It's
there.
got
I
mad.
just
It's mad people for him to fight. It's mad people for him to fight.
yeah. I just don't want it to be like they start giving him like pushovers just to extend his title reign. I want
I
it to
can
be some
see.
interesting matches.
I could see him having like a 3 4 month reign.
Yeah.
Because the
I
Rumble
could,
is what, February 2nd.
okay. Obafemi is going to be champion until WrestleMania, until
So okay,
WrestleMania season. So
so
four
that's three four
months.
months. Yeah, three four
Yeah.
months. Yeah.
Yeah. He will be.
Okay. Yeah. Have him. You think he gonna lose at WrestleMania weekend?
I'm not saying he's going to lose that WrestleMania weekend, but I know for sure he's going to be champion around that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that was fun.
Yep.
But let's
And
move
we already
on.
knew. Oh, one more thing. We already knew Roxanne Perez was
Oh yeah, we gotta talk
she's
about
moving on.
Roxanne.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
moving up. She's moving up. She's already patting her craft. She's made a name for herself. I definitely could see her being a part of the SmackDown roster. A lot of NXT women when they come to WWE to the main stage on Raw and SmackDown, they've had a quite a bit that has hit the Raw stage. So I feel like that she's gonna hit that SmackDown stage, and especially because they're talking about Bailey might be transferring to Raw, so that could be
Mm.
another thing. They want to get
Uh.
different storylines with these champions, and then you got Roxanne Perez potentially going against Tip, Tiffany Stratton. Like it's up.
mm, I would say. All right. So I'm about to give a list of the greatest NXT Women's Champions so
Hmm.
far.
Hmm.
So Asuka's number one.
Hmm.
This is no order, but Asuka is number one. So
Yeah.
Asuka's number one. Then you
Hmm.
have you have Shayna Baszler. You have Rhea Ripley. You have
Hmm.
uh, I'm not counting Charlotte because she was on the main
No,
roster when she won it.
and you
Um,
don't count Becky either.
I don't count Becky or
Yeah.
Bailey. Maybe
Yes.
Sasha. Yeah.
Mm, just hold up.
Did Sasha ever win it?
No, Bailey beat
Okay,
her.
Bailey.
Remember, they was
Okay.
in that triple threat
Yeah,
match, and
and
Bailey
then
won.
Mandy,
No,
and then
they was one on one.
the
But yeah, Mandy
yeah
definitely.
the greatest women's match ever. They were saying at the time.
Yeah, but Mandy,
Uh,
you still got to
Mandy.
put her in there.
So when I give all of those champions, Roxanne's reign wasn't better than Asuka's, just because of the sheer dominance that Asuka showed.
Right.
But honestly, I might put Roxanne 2 or 3 because
I'll
look at
I'll
some of
give
the
her.
people that she's
Okay,
beaten and how long she's had it. She beat Mandy. How long was Mandy
almost two
left? What,
years ago.
last year? Yeah, it's been almost 2 years, and Roxanne been a champ the entire time.
Yeah, it's
She never
definitely
lost
a
it.
year and a half. All right,
Yeah.
so Oscar definitely, undefeated. So you
Mhm.
can't take her out of the
Had to
equation. So
relinquish the title because she was whooping so much ass.
all right, so Roxanne, is it fair to give her three only because of who was in the division at the time?
I mean, you can only go against the people. You can only go against your competition. So,
Right.
but
Okay.
if we're saying that this is the deepest women's roster out right now, and she's ran through every single
Okay.
one of them.
But this is the thing. You can say that it's the deepest, but can you say that it's the like when you say it's the deepest, they have a lot of women. But as far as competition, can you say like is the most hittingest? Because when Oscar was champion, you had the likes of Shayna, Rhea, and Bianca,
Yeah,
Bailey, and all of them was in there. You get what I'm saying? So it was like
yeah.
the roster was deep as far
But it
as
was it
star
was
power.
it was
It
heavy.
was
It was star heavy.
yeah, it was star heavy. For what we know, what we see of them now, the star
Yeah,
power was there. So I mean, two and three is fair. It's definitely
I
fair.
think I think okay. If you're going off that, then we would just have to. Her reign will gain more credibility and be up higher, depending on how the other women in the roster how their careers progress.
Yeah. What's up, Xander?
What's up, Xander? Um,
But
but
yeah,
yeah, let's move on. Y'all see my hat? Raw is war. Raw made its uh, Netflix debut on Monday. Look,
Yes.
Zandal already laughing.
Mhm.
uh, so this was a topic of discussion. I don't even know. Like, I think I initially just brought it up randomly. I said, "Well, uh, since they're debuting on Netflix and it's live, do we think that they'll do more numbers than the NFL or Jake Paul and uh, Mike Tyson?"
Tyson fighting. Hmm.
So I have these. So I have these here. So it says, um, U.S. households watched the debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix when it aired, and it says 664,000. I guess that's who watched it like in the moment live. Uh, but then as far as the actual numbers, it
It's not the actual
shows.
numbers.
Well, this is what I have. WWE Raw Netflix premier stats: 4.9 million viewers, 2.6 million households.
Hmm.
WWE Raw trended for 14 hours on X and 223 million social media views on the day of the premiere.
Hmm.
Your thoughts on these numbers, sir? When you say that these are not the real numbers.
I don't. I still don't feel like these are the real numbers, especially. Okay, so I can admit I don't think that they did 66 million, right,
Okay.
or
Okay.
65. I
Okay.
can admit, right.
Okay.
And
But they did
I
more than four.
but I stand by my thing when I say, hey, yeah, they're gonna blow it up. That's wishful thinking, right? But from the moment that is streamed from live servers that they can report of, it did 4.6 million globally. Correct?
Hmm. Yeah.
That's what they say globally, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the first thing that they said is that we will not release the actual numbers.
They did say that. I sent that to y'all.
So where
Why would you think they would
does
not release the numbers? Why do you think they wouldn't release the numbers? So, what sense would that
incon-
make?
inconclusive data?
Okay.
That's the only thing that I could say. Inconclusive data.
6.4 mil first match. 4.6.
Where are you getting this from?
That's what, dude. Yeah, Zendo. Where you getting? Cite your sources, brother. I got all my info from X. That's where I was getting all my stuff. Let me see here. I saved all these screenshots. Oh, and I sent y'all. He's okay. He said he got his from the Hollywood Reporter, and then I sent y'all this. Also, it said per Forbes, the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix surpassed Squid Game as the number one most watched show on Netflix.
Okay, I'm glad that you brought that up too. So if it did more than Squid Games, right?
Hmm.
It- okay, I, I think that was a stretch, and that's only because it's saying like Squid Games was number one on Netflix, right?
Hmm.
So okay, you did more than that. Not everybody is into Squid Games, you know. Just say not everybody's into wrestling. Not everybody's into okay, boxing. I don't know, something about boxing. I don't feel as though they got all their numbers, and the reason why I say that is because when you're talking about a global um a global streaming service,
Hmm.
Netflix, there's different IPs, there's different URLs, there's different ways to access it. What Netflix is to us can be IP address in a different way in India, in Japan. You get what I'm saying? And it's also
Hmm.
talking about different time zones, different uh, just areas that people live. There's no way that you can accurately get those numbers within a couple days from everybody in the globe. Yeah, you could get it from the main Netflix server based upon people who've logged in. So 4.6 million logins. Okay, that might be somewhat accurate, but I don't feel like that's your full viewers, your full viewership. And that's just only counting Netflix. That's not counting the people who live there, who watched it. That's not counting the people who have other streaming services that can pull up a Netflix streaming whatever program, because there's people who could do all kinds of stuff. And like Pat McAfee said, motherfuckers sharing passcodes, you know. But
Sharing passcodes is
I feel,
hilarious.
I feel like that what they did make history in their sense. They did make history for high profile sports entertainment, wrestling, all that broadcast.
Okay. Yeah, I was always under the impression that I didn't believe that they would uh surpass the 65 mil or whatever. I thought it would be high though. And honestly, even if these are the correct numbers, 5 million is a lot.
Hmm.
It's still a lot.
It
Um
is. I still feel like that
and
they did more than 5 million.
and the thing about wrestling is even as popular as it's gotten and it's gotten a little is getting back to being mainstream like it used to be, wrestling is still a niche entertainment for a specific type of fan.
Fan base. Yes.
We're gonna talk about this, but uh, man, fuck it, let's talk about it now. The WWE has, hold on, what does Xander say? It's double the average total for 2024. Yeah, so they
It
doubled
did.
their average.
It did.
So okay, we've talked about this before on previous episodes. I mean, hell, it's got 133 of these.
Hmm.
um, nostalgia. When is nostalgia too much? So we
There
start.
is.
Let me. I got to set you up. I got to set you up.
Yes. Yes.
So we had The Rock open
Nostalgia.
the show. We had The Rock open the show
Hmm.
on Raw, and then we had him close the show on NXT.
Hmm.
Then we had The Undertaker come out after Rhea won,
Nostalgia.
and then this is the big one. We gonna have a whole topic about this one. We had Hogan come out trying to promote that
Bullshit.
beer. Now, uh, the reason why nostalgia is a topic of discussion is because the Undertaker spot was supposed to be Becky's, and the Hogan spot was supposed to be Penta's, from what
Okay.
the reports are saying. Now,
I don't believe those reports, but okay.
now let's let's just get to Hogan.
No, 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 no. We got to answer the first one. We got to answer the first. We got to answer the first question. Nostalgia. When is nostalgia too much? Nostalgia is too much when you get people who we don't want to see, who haven't been on TV within the most recent year. We have not heard anything about them. When they could barely walk, they could barely stand, or anything
Oh,
like that.
and let me add Goldberg to that too. Nostalgia.
Only when it's necessary. Okay. So The Rock. I don't think
Is
he will
somewhat
ever.
involved in that act. He's involved in an active storyline.
No, this is the point. When it comes to certain nostalgic Hall of Fame wrestlers, right? Mind you, The Rock is not even inducted into the Hall of Fame yet because he is an active superstar. Um, but when certain nostalgic ones you can use overly, we know of the Pop, right? The
Hmm.
Rock is one person that you would never get sick and tired of. I don't care if you're from the viewership of 0 to 18, and then that viewership from 19 to 45, and then that 45 to your deceased. I don't think that you will get sick of that if you smell when that when his music hits, it's an uproar, no matter where it is, right? Okay, I can agree with that, but still, I'm getting to a point. The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Mick Foley when he chooses to do it, Shawn Michaels, Triple H whenever they want to
Kurt
do a
Angle.
DX type thing, Kurt Angle only when it's necessary. See, what the thing about Kurt Angle is, I would use Kurt Angle for certain things like Great American Bash, something to do with America, something to do with a certain angle or plot twist that Kurt Angle could kind of get in the midst of it. Even John Cena is a little bit too much, and he's not even a Hall of Fame or considered nostalgic. Like I feel like
Not yet. Yeah.
once he retires, then yes, that will be the nostalgic person. But it's certain superstars that are nostalgic and they always get the same type of reaction. The Rock beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes last year, was in the main event of WrestleMania, and he comes back and he still gets the pop like he's a face. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, so the Undertaker is still gonna get it pop, whether he plays his old music, whether he plays American Badass music, whether he comes walking with a trench coat, or whether he comes riding on his motorcycle. It's just something that you're not gonna get tired of. It's something that you're always gonna appreciate. But then when you have certain people that love to wear red and yellow, I told my wife, she said, do not get canceled when you talk about this storyline. When you talk about this part, she said, do not get canceled. Keep it
We're
clean.
not we're
And
we're not sponsored yet, so
we still could get canceled. It doesn't matter. But when your hip don't move right and you can barely walk down the ramp, the entrance, when you got more loose skin than you got muscles,
okay.
uh, hey, this is the only way I know how to go in from saying what I want to say. When you have literally politically branded yourself as being inadequate to America, no one wants to see you. No one's going to forget. See, this is the thing about wrestling fans, they don't forget.
Well, speaking of, so uh Hogan did uh whose pod was he on? Uh I forgot whose
Go
pod
ahead.
he was on. And he said that the fans will forgive him because they forgave Chris Benoit. Oh, he was on Impulsive. He was on Impulsive. That's where he said it. All right, but uh
Oh,
and
I'm not going to touch that. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. I'm pulling the J on this move. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching
and
that.
I don't think people really actually forgave Chris Benoit, but it's whatever. Uh, but Hogan, I'm reading this. I found this on X. Hogan reportedly was instantly disappointed by the reaction to him on Raw, but there is discussion to have him back on TV as a heel. Plans are for Hogan to be a bad guy again and help out with a future storyline with another wrestler. Would you want to see that?
No, because it's not. Hold on. Hold on. There it go. What Zandel said right here. When it's stunt storyline or the growth of a rising star is too much. If Hogan comes and he's there as a heel to help, in his words, to help a star or a storyline or the growth, he's stunning their growth. Hogan is there for one purpose. This He's been like this his whole career. He's there for himself. He's not there for the company. Why? Because Hogan has moved to multiple companies for uh his own gain. Two, no one cares. You're Ric Flair right now. Nobody wants to see you at a wrestling ring. Nobody wants to see you related to wrestling. Nobody gives a damn if if you could still lace up your boots, which we know you can't. No one cares. No one cares. We don't care to see you. That's why you got the reaction. Nobody gives a flying fuck about Hulk Hogan anymore.
I feel
No
bad for
one
Jimmy
does.
Hart.
When you look, okay, there used to be three guys that you would see at all the big shows and the PLEs, and they were always there with green shirt guy, right? Those are the three guys that was dressed as Hulk Hogan, Macho, and the Undertaker. Guess who I still see? I still see
Macho
the
and the
dude
Taker.
dressed up, Macho and the Taker. The dude, he was there. He just wasn't dressed as Hogan. Why? No one cares. No
because
one
he's a
cares.
because he's a racist. His
Hey,
political
you said
views
it,
are
not me.
crazy. He
You said
said
it,
it.
not me.
He said it. I didn't have to say it. He said it.
Mm, mm.
uh, his political people aren't. Well, it's not even really his political views because Taker's. They have the same political views, but nobody booed Taker. And Hogan is he's a sexual assaulter. I'll say it. I don't give a damn.
No,
It's the truth.
but like Xandall said,
Just like his best buddy Vince.
like Xandall said, he's smart like Kane. Kane is in politics. He handles it the political way. Taker's not in politics. Taker doesn't really He might talk about it on his podcast, but he doesn't really get into politics and stuff like that.
He
Anytime
don't
that
rub
you
it in people's faces, and he's not at rallies and talking about putting political opponents through tables and
and
leg
body
dropping
slamming them,
them.
yeah, like come on, bro, like right there, you literally almost cost that party the presidency. Like you were that close. If they were really smart, and if it went on, if let's just keep it a G. If the votes went on popularity, the person that will be inducted as the 47th president will not be 47th president if it went on popular votes.
Well, he
But
won it this year.
because we have a political college, we have an electoral college, that's what won it for him. It wasn't based upon
Yeah,
popularity.
but he did win the popular vote this year, though, for the first time.
So they want y'all to think. So they want y'all to think. But anyway, we're not about to jump into
Now,
this. Gosh, I said we were going to
but
stay away
I
from
do,
politics.
well,
Oh,
you can't help it when you talk about this.
I'm gonna tell you
Go
though,
ahead.
Hulk Hogan caused the views to drop. I will say that
Yeah, I
views
mean,
dropped, bro. I was about to be one of them people to. I told my wife, man, cut this off. I don't want to see this.
so I'm about to read a quote from Mark Henry. This is via TMZ. Mark Henry on Hulk Hogan receiving boos during Raw this week. And this is a quote. Mark Henry says, with the social climate and the things he's said and done and his lack of effort to try and fix it, people are going to come down on it. He never wanted to go forward and fix it. So that's what happens when you think everything is going to go away. It's not going to just go away, which is pretty much what he said on Logan Paul's podcast about the whole Chris Benoit thing. Is that
Yep.
with time, people will let it go and won't harbor any resentment towards him. Now, my question is going forward, do you think that Triple H will think twice before trotting Hogan out there?
Absolutely. That reaction spoke so much volume. That reaction literally forecasted the future for Triple H. How long was it since we seen Hogan in WWE?
Um,
It had to be over 2 years, right?
I'm about to say live because he's had some like vignette
Backstage.
videos
Yeah,
pop up
yeah.
and stuff
But
like that.
live.
He was in the Vince documentary. But yeah, as far as in person, I think the last time was I forgot what PLE it was. Was it Mania?
That Mania when they were in Texas or
Yeah,
Hollywood.
it was either a Mania or a SummerSlam that he
It
popped
might have
up.
been it might have been a Mania in Hollywood. Was that last year? Hollywood?
Yeah,
So it wasn't that. I know it was a Mania, but it's been a long time, right?
because Philly was the year before, right?
Mm-hmm.
38 was Philly.
Mm-hmm.
No, 39 was Philly. No, 38 was Philly. No,
I know.
39 was Hollywood. 40 was
Okay,
Philly.
there we go. Anniversary of Raw.
Anniversary of Raw. Okay.
Was he live or was he on a video montage? I feel like he was on a video montage.
Mm-mm.
Well, anyway,
All right, but let's let's get to the matches. Now, I said this, I texted y'all this, and we all know that WWE is a babyface company, so babyfaces go over more than they probably should. All
hmm
the faces won all the matches. I thought that you want to start with the tribal combat, or you want to
let's
save
go
that?
out. Nah, we go out order.
All right. So, tribal combat. So, The Rock comes out. We got to talk about this because The Rock then came out on Tuesday and pretty much said that he's always 20 steps ahead. Because on Monday, it looked like he just completely took a shit on the entire Cody storyline by drinking with him and shouting out Mama Rhodes and hugging him and kissing him and doing all that stuff he does. And how did you feel about the way The Rock was conducting himself on
Okay.
Monday? Then also after Roman won the match, because we'll talk about the match in detail. But after Roman won, I know that The Rock appointed himself High Chief because he's the highest ranked elder now.
He
So
didn't appoint himself high chief. He was actually given that high chief
okay,
recognition.
so he was
Yeah.
given the High Chief moniker, and
Yes.
because the original elders, while Samoans are the ones that presented Roman with the Ulafala,
And they're passed
The
away.
Rock, The Rock took it upon himself to then bestow the Ulafala again on Roman, and then they
hmm
dapped up. Looked like it might have been some play tension, but we weren't sure yet. They dapped up, hug, kiss, whatever, moved out the way. But
hmm
your thoughts on what I said about The Rock earlier, just now?
We talked about this 2 episodes ago about what they do in the back and how it's perceived on social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've always had previous discussions about kayfabe, whether they
Mm-hmm.
should stay in it, whether they should break it. It's been 20 years that I know for myself since we really realized that, oh shit, these wrestlers really do fuck with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because before those 20 years, I really thought that they hated each other, right? If they fought against each
Mm-hmm.
other, they hated each other. If they were a tag team, they were cool. But it's been 20 years since I knew, oh, like behind closed doors, like all these people, they really fuck with each other. Some really do some of them really do have animosity against each other, really don't like each other, whatever you could tell. But at the end of the day, they're actors. This is a storyline. The moves and stuff that they do is real.
Mm,
Wrestling is
okay.
real because of what they do. Wrestling, the storylines can be presented real and they take real life situations and they create it into a storyline because this is the same thing as you watching a Young and the Restless, right?
Uh,
When women watch the Young and the Restless, that's something that they talk about. They talk about it like it just happened in front of their front door. Same way we talk about wrestling, right? This
mm-hmm.
I call it a men's soap opera, but women and kids watch it too. That's what I call it. Like it brings you in, it makes you feel like it's real and everything like that, right? So I looked at the screen kind of like this motherfucker turn face, you know. And I was talking to Trika, and I'm like, "What's about to happen next?" Because I know he has something up his sleeve, right? First thing that came into my mind, oh, he did this because he's probably not going to be at WrestleMania this year,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is, this is one of the biggest events that they've had since a PLE. You know, this is pretty much. a live PLE for them. He's not being The Rock right now. He's being the TKO owner.
Hmm.
He's being a boss. He's not being a superstar right now. He's
Well, if that's
presenting
the case, then
himself.
if that's the case, then throw on a suit like Triple H.
That is the Rock suit.
No, damn that. Yeah, fuck all this. I'm not rolling with any of that. So this is the thing. I understand that yeah, kayfabe and wrestlers like each other backstage. I don't care. The whole thing is you can't give me stuff like Kevin Owens attacking people backstage trying to end their career and tell me that I'm supposed to believe that, and then have The Rock and Cody taking shots of tequila, and then tell me I'm not supposed to believe that. Like I don't like the mixing of it.
Hold on, but
And
you got to rewind it back to their last moment together in the ring.
yeah, when he said this, it's not over,
Right, but did he not shake his hand? Did they not exchange belts? Did they not kind of like
and he
gave
gave him something in his pocket that we were all trying to figure out what the hell it was because it was something that meant something to him. People think that it might have been the watch that he broke. So
mhm
they were still playing it up as if we were going to get a match between them. I
mhm
understand what you're saying. I'm just saying what my frustration is.
I get what your frustration was because your frustration is just like many viewers who I've seen posted, right? Me, because I am who I am, I always think outside the box, or like The Rock says, I think 20 steps ahead, right? He knew there was going to be people that was going to talk, yap, yap, chatter about how he presented it, how he dapped up Cody, how he talked highly about him, how he thanked him, how he didn't include himself into the match of tribal combat. But then you got to think, if he is a high chief, which he actually is, he cannot get involved in this match. He said that he will be watching this match closely, but you have to be a very detailed watcher. Look how he was looking throughout that. Look how he was looking when Roman celebrated. Look how he was. Look how Roman looked at him. Roman didn't trust him. Roman thought
As
he
he
was going to
shouldn't.
do something, right?
Hmm.
The Rock just stood back and shook his head up and down, right? Of course, the backstage shit, that's gonna come on, man. If y'all haven't seen live documentary on how they roll in the gorilla, yeah, they all on one accord because they already know what they
Yeah, but
selling to
that's
the
not. But
fans.
that is stuff that they put in documentaries, not on fucking
Instagram.
WWE exclusives.
Well, they didn't put that one on WWE exclusive in the
You
gorilla.
know what
They
I mean?
he put that on Instagram.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw him
but
hugging Solo and all that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So,
But I got something else.
mhm,
So NXT New Year's Evil was on January 7th. I got this off of Twitter. The
mhm.
Rock said he was 20 steps ahead. On the Raw Netflix debut, Roman Reigns told Paul Heyman he wanted to be acknowledged on January 27th. January 7th, January 27th. 20 days apart, 20 steps ahead. Hmm. That's what they said. Look, I believe that this I believe they could be playing in our faces and the real stuff is gonna happen. I'm just saying, in the moment, I ain't like that shit.
I know, I know, I
I just
know.
didn't like that shit.
In the moment, yeah. Hell, I didn't
Oh,
like.
go ahead.
No, I said I didn't like his promo at NXT Evil. You know what I'm saying? Except
The
for
fact that
when
he
he was.
dropped every cuss word in the book in like 2 minutes. Like, yo, Ava, go get your pops. Niggas drunk out there.
For real.
Uh, so I did want to bring it. So let's talk about the actual match. Now before the match, and this is before I don't even when Solo told Tama Tonga this, I don't know if he said this before, like leading up to this tribal combat match, or if it was before another match that they had. But he was holding the Ulafala, and he told Tama Tonga that if Roman beats me, I will acknowledge him. You remember that? He said
Hmm.
it on SmackDown.
Yeah.
The Rocket. I mean, Roman has won. Do you think that tomorrow on SmackDown we will get Solo acknowledging the Roman Reigns, and do you think that this will lead to Bloodline 2.0 turning on Solo when he acknowledges Roman?
Hmm. I feel like what you said before, when you lose, there's consequences. Like,
Hmm. Right?
so, and I feel like that, I don't know, something in me was like that Solo's gonna make them acknowledge Roman, and they refuse to.
I believe that when he acknowledge, if he keeps his word and does acknowledge Roman, I think that by default he's going to expect them to acknowledge him too.
Yeah. But this is the
And then when
thing.
they don't, and then when they don't, he's going to get in their faces, and that's when we could possibly see something.
But this is the thing. There still needs to be an intricate part of this because them just going rogue as a two man does nothing for this storyline.
So we would have to wait for Tonga Loa to
I'm
get
not
back.
I'm not saying that we got to wait for Tongaloa, but we have to. It's something. It's gonna be a swerve because I don't see them being just Tomatonga and Jacob Fatu. That's not a bloodline. You feel you? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
How'd
don't
you
think
feel
that.
about the interferences that happened?
I mean,
Kevin
I was
Owens shocked. Kevin Owens shocked the hell out of
hey,
me. I was not expecting that one.
because you heard me. I called out Drew,
Hmm.
even though he had a match with Jay. I thought it was gonna be Drew, but for KO to come out and then when
Cody
when
came
KO
out.
when KO came out, I knew it was gonna be Cody. I knew Cody was
Yeah,
coming out.
it had to be.
But I was with you. I thought that they were banned from
I
that
thought all of the
match.
bloodline was banned from the tribal combat match.
I
And
thought
Kevin
the
Owens
same
isn't.
thing.
Kevin Owens is in bloodline. So
That's why we said that 2 episodes ago. Like we knew that tribal combat, the bloodline was banned, but we also knew that tribal combat means that there are no rules. So whatever rules that
hmm
you just put out, those rules are null and void because there are no rules. Um,
hmm
so it kind of had me like looking at the TV, like, what just happened? I'm here for it, but what just happened? Yeah, I
Now,
was a little confused.
all right. So yeah, Roman got the win. I got acknowledged by The Rock, and move on. Let's go. Let's keep it in the bloodline. Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso. Jey Uso
Hmm.
wins with a roll up pin.
I'm okay with it.
How'd you feel about the match?
I'm
Okay.
okay with it. And the reason why I'm okay with the roll up pin is because it's Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
Drew McIntyre is considered like a heavyweight. Jay Uso is not a heavyweight. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you was to play a video game, it would be that little weight differential thing where you can't lift certain people and stuff like that. That's how I kind of feel like
Mm-hmm.
that their matches. Like Jay's a middleweight, Drew's a heavyweight. Like so, yeah, some of your finishers might not work with him because he's supposed to be like this. In his words, he's supposed to be Irish psychopath, or is that what he called himself?
Scottish. Scottish.
Scottish psychopath. Yeah. So I'm cool with the roll up, and what that does
Okay.
is it keeps the storyline fresh for them.
Were you cool with him coming down to the ring with Travis Scott smoking a blunt?
Hey,
We on
hey,
Netflix.
hey. I look.
That
I
was the
said,
first. That was the first thing that made me be like, okay, we're on Netflix.
yeah. I said, I look.
Nigga,
I,
that was the first thing I texted. I was like, yo, did Travis just hit a blunt?
yeah. I'm like, Travis is smoking, and and Trigger was like, "Is that legal?" I said, "Well, shit, they in L.A."
They in LA. They not on network TV. they're on a paid subscription service.
and it's Travis Scott.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He didn't perform.
Okay, so Travis Scott performed. We just didn't get to see it
Oh, okay.
because Triple H did say Travis Scott was going to be performing. He performed, but we didn't get to see it.
'Cause I was like, hold on, because they said that Triple H said that Raw was supposed to be 3.5 hours on Monday, and I was like, well, shit, Travis would have been the point five.
3.5 hours. That everybody was complaining because it was 3.5 hours with only four matches, right? And I'm gonna just hit
Mm,
on this topic right now. I was gonna wait till after the matches, but I'm gonna hit on it now since you said something. I'm okay with the 3.5 hours and only being four matches because of the headliners for these matches,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
If it was nobody's, I would be like, all right, this is a waste of time. But because of the dynamic of the matches and because of who the matches contain, I was okay with it. Yes, each match went 45 minutes. But yes, all four of those people can definitely. Okay, so four matches, two people. That's how much? 12? No, two,
No, that's eight.
four,
That's eight.
6, 8. 8 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say seven of those people can hang for 45 minutes without without you seeing that, yeah, it's time to call this shit, right? I say seven of those people can hang for a 45-minute match, and I'm okay with it because each match, I don't feel like it was a part where I wanted to just like pick up my phone and just be scrolling because I actually watch each match through its entirety.
Yeah, me too. While also
Mm.
being on Twitter and X. All right, so let's get to the women's championship match. We had Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez. I said Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
uh, all right, so we all know this is typical wrestling logic. Whenever the champ comes out first, it's never a good sign. Um, Liv hasn't had Dom in her corner for like her last three matches. It's
hmm,
always been just Raquel. Dom and Raquel were both out there. They were up to their usual tricks, sliding in the chairs. She hit an oblivion on the chair. Rhea kicked out. I was happy that Liv kicked out of a Riptide. So now they
yeah,
both kicked out of their protected moves because no one's ever kicked out of the oblivion except Rhea, and no one's ever kicked out of a Riptide except Liv.
hmm.
So Rhea does get the win. They
She had to hit
played my
two
boy
rip ties.
two Riptides in a row. They tried to play my boy Dom, having him sneak up behind her like he on some Eddie Guerrero shit, like he about to steal the title and give it back to Liv. Then when he gets caught, fakes like he wants to give a hug to her. She kicks him in the nuts, and then we finally get the payoff of Dom catching a riptide.
Hmm.
Cause that's all that was. That was literally just so she could hit him with the riptide. If they were truly trying to end this feud, then that was the final stamp on it. Because she
Yeah.
had tried to hit him with it like four times, and it always got stopped. Like Liv always stopped her from hitting it.
Yeah.
But what's your thoughts on that match?
Um, it was good. It was good. R-
Yeah.
Liz has cemented herself. Cause if y'all remember, Liv was categorized as the weak link of the Riot Squad, right?
Hmm.
She was
And the
the
weak link in
less,
her tag team with Rhea.
yeah, she was always the less superior one. She didn't get one. I feel like since her revenge tour to her loss, she's really cemented herself as one of the catalysts of the women's division.
Oh yeah, she was my 2024 Women's Superstar of the Year.
Yeah. So I applaud Liv's title reign, her matches,
It was
everything.
like 226 days or something.
Yeah, she did good. Like she had a very good title reign, in my opinion. But the match
Where do
was
you think she
good.
goes from here?
Um, as you see, she posted on IG that Rhea won the battle, but she didn't win the war.
Because
Um,
she still got Dom and
because she
Raquel.
still, but she put uh LM LMRT, so she's back
Hmm.
on Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. I feel like what goes next is them attempting to get the tag team titles. Things start coming into rift between her and Raquel's going to end up going solo. And
Hmm.
this could possibly, and it could possibly be in the midst of this angle that we probably will get in the future with the Wyatt Six,
Yeah.
because it's coming.
I yeah. Okay, so that report said we supposed to get a YS6 segment. No YS6 segment. Um, no
Okay,
Charlotte Flair,
so everything that
which
was
I didn't
posted,
expect. I expect her to come back tomorrow.
so everything that was posted in
No
that
Becky.
Instagram side with the one that I read off last week, right? Or the
Hmm.
week before. Was it last week that we were on?
It was last week because it was before the predictions.
Yeah. So it would have been good, but then it had came out that they did not want to over buff it. And I feel like that they cut a lot of stuff. And I can say they probably cut a lot of stuff when they start seeing where their views are at. I can say it. I can say it.
That's real. That's real. That's real big of you, JD.
I can say, hey, you know me. I'm honest, man. I'm honest. Um, I'm hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm gonna admit to it. I would never fluff or act like I was not wrong. But I feel as though when they got to a certain point halfway through the show, okay, this is where we're at. We're not pulling no more people out. The YS6 segment, hey, we're gonna post in the midst of the Miz and what you call it doing their thing. We're just gonna do y'all little flash of the YS6 symbol and Uncle Howdy's face. That's y'all segment. Y'all two ladies that was supposed to be returning about to wait. Penta, your ass wait until next week. Okay, but we're
Hmm.
gonna include you in something. We're gonna show your graphic and we're gonna tease you a little bit with the whole fact of was it Chad Gable saying that he wants to go against the best luchador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's who's
So
fighting.
when
Because
he
wasn't
when he said that,
New Day was supposed to fight Ray and Penta, weren't they? Because Ray said that he told New Day he was gonna get a tag partner for
yes,
Netflix debut.
yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
and everybody thought that he was gonna get it. I know you're gonna be hyped about this. These people say we got to get a Penta versus Ray match.
Oh, you know it's coming. We gotta throw it. You gotta throw it back to the Lucha Underground. You gotta throw it back. But
Hmm.
I feel like Ray's gonna try to incorporate him in the LWO, but he's rogue. Penta's rogue.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but going back to Liv, I definitely see her continuing her streak. She's been in every single Royal Rumble, Women's Royal Rumble. I see her continuing that streak. She still has yet to win it. I don't know if it's going to be this year, but one of these years she's finally going to win it because she's been a runner up multiple times.
Who?
Uh, Liv in the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, she's never won it yet. Um, but that's what I see with that. Now, as far and then you already know, I think Dom is going to be the breakout star of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Money in the Bank, all that.
Yeah.
Um, uh, where I see Rhea Ripley going from here? I don't know.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. What's going to happen is if Liv doesn't fight Becky at Mania, because Becky still has to get her revenge because Liv and Dom cost her the title twice.
Mm-hmm.
I see Becky, but do we want to run Becky and Rhea again? Are they like? Remember Charlotte and Rhea that fought at WrestleMania like twice? Now Becky and Rhea, they gonna try to make them the new Hogan and Rock, have them fight three
All right.
times.
So this is my thing. I feel like we're getting Charlotte and Tiffany.
Okay.
So we got to rewind it because we missed, or we didn't even record after the last. Tiffany Stratton cashed in on Nia Jax
Yeah.
versus Bianca after the match,
No, it
and
was Nia versus Naomi.
was it Naomi? I thought it was Bianca.
It
Could
was
be.
Bianca was
Oh, it
Bianca
was.
was there for support, but she
Gotcha,
wasn't in the match. It was Naomi.
gotcha. So she cashed in. She won. She's the new champion.
Hmm.
Everybody's been
Way
calling
way
for.
earlier, way earlier than we expected. But apparently, the plans for WWE was always for her to cash in around this time.
Yeah. Yep.
Hmm.
So I definitely see probably her versus Charlotte somewhere down the road. From what they've been, you know, spoilers have been that Charlotte is one of the keen people to probably win the Royal Rumble between her and Becky. Um, Now for Rhea, if we don't get it probably will be a triple threat match, Becky, Liv, and Rhea. I'm not gonna lie. Or it could be a fatal four way: Becky, Liv, Rhea, and Raquel. I wouldn't be mad at that because I would say I would love to see Rhea versus Jade when she comes back on this hill, like not hill, but on his mean street. But I feel like it's just gonna be tied into Bianca, her, and Naomi. Yo, I just want to say that I feel like WrestleMania is about to hit with the women's matches this year.
Hmm.
I feel like it's gonna hit real hard. Just talking into fruition. But yeah, Rhea, I think she's gonna end up running it back with Becky or something like that. Or she's gonna be involved in that fatal four way, like I said.
And I agree with Zandel when he says I think it depends on what happens with the roster and shakeup.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think depending, I still go back to when Dom was talking to Nick Aldis. I think that when I don't know when this Judgment Day breakup is happening, but I think that Liv, Raquel, and Dom going to end up going to SmackDown
Okay.
just for a fresh start.
And she could go
Um,
after Tiffany.
they got beef.
Yeah. Um, and then okay, so we could get Rhea versus Bailey in some form and fashion.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, because I
I'll tell
think
you what
Bailey's
I
coming to Raw.
I'll tell you what I do want. I do want. Um, I'm gonna need them to start making some more headway on this Who Attacked Jade storyline. I need that to start tomorrow on
Yeah,
SmackDown.
yeah, outside of
I need y'all
Instagram.
to yeah, I need y'all to hurry up. Uh, but all right, let's get to the main event. We had CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins. CM Punk won as we all predicted.
Hmm.
Trolled the absolute fuck out of Seth after the match.
Hmm.
Um, Then gave that mean speech about I'm coming for Cody, I'm coming for Gunther, I'm coming for whoever won it, blah blah blah, just going crazy. What did you think of the match and Punk's promo at the end?
The match started out good. It just ended bad.
That second GTS didn't do it for you?
This is why I said certain people are not meant for 45-minute matches.
Because they showing that they 45.
You damn Skippy. So, like I said, the match started out good. It was strong. Like I do like the fact that they reverse some shit, but then when you start reversing everything, it's just like okay, am I watching WWE or? Sorry.
AEW?
Yep, there we go. Am I watching AEW? Boom! I watched the AEW match on WWE live on Netflix because if that ending was not the same shit that we seen when CM Punk faced John Moxley, I don't know what it is.
I
That was the
think
same
WWE
ending.
can
No, 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 no. That
WWE
CM
could get away.
Punk's ending.
They could get away with that only because most of their 90% of their matches never go like that, so they
Yeah.
could get away with it.
What,
Um,
copying?
no, just the no selling and the back and forth and mad
Oh yeah,
reversals
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. With
all
certain
that.
people, mind you, I I'm here for it when it's rocking solo. Hell, Rock Groom. I mean, not rocking solo. Roman and solo. Roman Groom solo. I expect them to kick out of each other's. With him hitting
Hmm.
um the what you call it, the spear, Superman punch, and the
Hmm.
damn,
Spike.
what is this? Spike, Samoan Spike. God, dog, where my brain at? But when you do, when you do, I'll take it back. It's funny when Liv and Bianca did a rendition of Scary Movie. That's funny.
Hmm.
That's enlightening when you do that same move set. Now, when you do a move set or you do a finisher or you
Don't
do
say
an
moveset
actual
around. Don't say moveset around CM Punk.
CM
He don't
Punk,
like that shit.
when you do when you do a conclusion, the same conclusion that you did 2 years ago with someone who was in the same freaking group or
Faction.
faction who are friends, real life friends, who pretty much know each other like head to toe, and you do that same exact ending spot, bro, come on, man. Because I looked at it, I was like, bro, I done seen that before. I done seen that before. And then I seen someone post it. They posted, it was like, hold on, this looks familiar. Then they posted the same ending that he did with John Moxley.
What do you think about the promo after him saying that he's officially going? Because I honestly, before we get to that, I think we already agreed that we don't believe that Punk and Seth is a one and done. And I think Punk even
No,
said that he don't. Punk even said that he doesn't think he's done with Seth Rollins yet.
nah, man. So
Did we get a
along
trilogy?
along this whole road to WrestleMania and to CM Punk fighting to get his spotlight spot to headline WrestleMania, Seth Rollins is going to be in his way. Seth Rollins is
Yeah.
going to be in his way. Like, if
Hmm.
things don't go the way that we project it to be, don't be surprised if you see a match where it's CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes. Like, don't be mad if that was to actually happen because this is going to be a lot drawn out than what they
Yep.
claim.
Here we go. We're talking
It
about
was definitely.
Xander's favorite wrestler, Seth.
You said Seth got to get beaten 2 more times. Yeah, for
They
sure.
not. They
But
not. They not gonna 3-0 him like they did with Cody. I refuse to believe
nah,
that.
nah. So
The beef is too strong with them. Did you see his interview that he just did with Chris Van Vliet?
yeah. So I don't feel like that. I don't know if their matches are going to be 1-on-1. That's the only part that I'm making. They'll be within the same vicinity in the same match. I just don't think it's going to be another 1-on-1.
For the rest of the feud, they don't get another one on one.
Probably not until WrestleMania. They might be the last two in Elimination Chamber. They might be two standing in Royal Rumble. What's the best way to
Mm.
keep a feud fresh? You toss somebody out of the Royal Rumble.
I predict Seth is going to toss out Punk,
Yeah, Punk's not winning it.
or Seth is going to get eliminated. I can see Punk eliminating Seth and then Seth getting back in the ring and eliminating Punk,
Something within the nature.
and that's how you get the next one on one match.
But I can see Seth. All right, let's go ahead and do it.
Let's do it.
Favor, favor, favor.
Hmm.
We all of our prediction. I don't know if it's all. I'm not gonna say us. Most people's prediction is John Cena wins the Royal Rumble. That's fair to say. I feel like that's
Well,
the
yeah, I
safest
mean,
one.
it's the safest one, but I think it's too easy, and I don't think that John Cena's path to the championship is going to be that easy.
Right. Okay. Cool. So CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble.
hmm
How did CM Punk
I
win the
pick,
Royal
I
Rumble?
pick, I pick, I picked CM Punk last year to win the Rumble, and I came
How did CM
close.
How did CM Punk win the Royal Rumble?
Um,
The favor.
oh, the favorite.
The favor.
Xander, what are you saying no to?
I know. Like so
I think he's talking about Cena.
John Cena. Money in the Bank is after WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I think I said this on the last show. Uh, I don't necessarily think John Cena has to win the championship at WrestleMania.
No.
He could win it at SummerSlam and then just hold it all the way until December.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But okay, CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble. Boom.
I don't want to go off on a tangent, but also I am tired. Well, not tired, but I think I said this on the last Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank from now on needs to be reserved for up and coming stars, not already established.
I
So I'll
agree.
be damn. I don't want to see John Cena win that shit.
I don't think John Cena's gonna be in Money in the Bank. I don't see John Cena in Money in the Bank.
Him winning the title at like Survivor Series is nasty. Why would they do that?
Just for him to
have him have a
lose?
have him have like a month and a half reign, not even a full half month because SummerSlam is always at the end of November.
John Cena, but we know John Cena's losing the title. I'm telling you, he's losing the title to Randy Orton. Y'all keep
I
saying it's
told you.
Dom.
I think he's gonna get cashed in on.
Nah, Randy might get cashed in on.
Somebody getting cashed in on. Damn it!
Yeah, but he's because
If you
if
really want to, John, and the thing is, John Cena would do this because he's a company guy, and if a heel wins Money in the Bank and they cash in on John Cena, and that's the last time we see John Cena as champion, the amount of heat that heel would get
yeah,
would
for
be
sure,
perfect, and John Cena would agree to that.
for sure, for sure, for sure. Um, but yeah, CM Punk, Royal Rumble, the favor. That's how he gets it. I feel like that he'll be him and Seth will be like one of the last four. Um, Roman will be within it, and then Roman like the favor, the nod. Paul Heyman comes, he whispers in Roman's ear. Roman takes out Seth.
Mm. He said, "King of the Ring for Cena, possibly.
Ooh,
That'd be a
ooh.
good one." That's one that he had. That's one that he didn't even mention.
Or
He
could
said
Cena?
Rumble. He said Rumble, Chamber, Money in the Bank, or just fight my way to the top.
Ooh. Or could we get him winning it in Saudi?
Ugh,
Yeah,
ugh.
I know you don't like it,
Boo.
but that does it for.
Boo.
But that's good for the Saudi viewers, right?
Yeah. What if he won the
I
Crown
mean,
Jewel Championship?
we have so many ones. We got Night of Champions. We got all those types. You get what I'm saying? So
All right. Well, you got anything else on this before we get out of here? And I just wanted to run through some quick AEW stuff.
isn't SmackDown 3 hours tomorrow?
Yeah, it was 3 hours last week.
It was.
Yeah,
I didn't watch. I missed it. I was out having a dinner. Okay,
yeah,
so it's three
yeah.
hours. So is
Triple H
it
came out and said that it won't. It's not going to stay 3 hours forever, but for right now, it's 3 hours.
okay? So we'll get a whole bunch of we'll probably get about 16 segments from the Bloodline. Um, um uh, okay, and Raw it's gonna be 3 hours going forward or back to two.
No, it's. He said there's no time restraint on Raw. It can go as long as it needs to go.
So that shit's gonna be probably like 2.5.
He said he thinks that's the sweet spot. He said 2 hours. You can get stuff done, but sometimes it feels too fast, and sometimes three feels too long. Two and a
Yep.
half is probably the sweet spot. So he's probably going to try to keep it around 2 hours, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that.
I could rock with a 2.5 hour show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
What?
I went on Netflix. I went on Netflix last night. Um, had to changed my little emoji to one of the wrestlers. Uh, I chose Liv because
Oh,
I wasn't gonna do Ray. I wasn't gonna do Cody. I already got Roman on my Peacock one.
yeah. Me too.
uh, I'm not picking Rhea. I could have done Bianca, but I didn't feel like it.
I might do
That's what
that.
you gonna pick. You gonna do
Yeah.
Bianca?
Hell yeah.
True said I
It's gonna.
like King of the Ring for Cena. That'd be lit. Cena walking
Um,
around with a crown is hilarious.
if we get nostalgia Cena, because there has been reports that we could be seeing like a little bit of Thugonomics and what's his name? The
The Marine,
no the yeah
Prodigy.
whatever Prodigy. Was it
No,
Prodigy?
no, prototype.
Prototype. Yeah, and they were saying we might get a little bit of buzz cut Cena.
Well, people thought that because of this video that he did with this kid on the street that it looked like he had buzzed his hair. So I was like,
Hmm.
"Oh, we getting Buzz Cena back?"
Yeah, he definitely looked like he didn't
All
got
right.
in shape.
Oh, shout out to your favorite wrestler, Ronda Rousey, just had her second daughter.
First of all,
So congratulations.
never try never try my wrestling favoritism by saying by putting me associated with Ronda Rousey as my favorite wrestler.
That's your girl. That's your girl.
That is Jay's girl. You got the J's wrong. I'm JD. That is Jay.
So some quick AEW news. Um, it's expected that this time Malachi Black actually will be leaving AEW.
Yes, if you did not pay attention to the promo
Osprey,
that Osprey had with Buddy
Buddy.
Matthews,
Yeah.
which he called him Buddy Murphy by accident and fixed it. He said that him and Brody are not the types to have leaders or follow behind the leader or anything like that. That they could make it on their own. So that definitely, for me to see that last night and then to see that update today, yeah, that kind of solidified it right there.
And then Buddy did a promo acknowledging what Osprey said. He did a
Hmm.
promo about it.
Yep.
Which that's crazy, man. Yeah, they about to break up House of Black. Damn, Julia Hart just got back.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
crazy.
we have Powerhouse Hobbs is now the number one contender for John Moxley's title. The funniest part is he said that he was being interviewed by Renee Paquette and then said to her that he was going to make John Moxley his bitch, which was hilarious.
Hmm.
And
You
she was just
know,
looking like, okay,
so in what realm do you see Powerhouse winning?
none.
Me either. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that
No,
we were on the
WWE
same.
2K, WWE
Yeah,
2K.
because I'm like, oh, I don't even. I know he won the TNT championship, but are
He's
I
gonna Moxley's not dropping that title to anyone but one of the pillars.
yeah, that's
And
fair to say.
Orange Cassidy isn't a pillar, but he might as well be. He's dropping Moxley's dropping that Moxley's gonna drop the belt to Darby. It's just a matter of when. Darby's gonna get his first championship
Oh
and
yeah,
he Moxley's gonna drop it to him.
yeah,
Uh
shit.
what else? The Von Erichs have officially signed with WWE. I mean
Mm-hmm.
AEW. I'm sorry. AEW.
Mm-hmm. Hey man,
Uh
that casino battle royal was dope.
so did you were on the show when I brought up when I brought up Cope, right?
Yes,
Why everybody mad? That's what that man want to call himself.
bro. Cause Cope,
Cope.
like, do you do, do you hear the announcers when they say it? The rated R superstar
Cope.
Cope, bro.
He said the radar superstar Adam Copeland was too wordy. That's what he said.
No, it's not. The
Uh,
rated R
Kenny Omega.
superstar Adam Copeland. It's about how you say it. Cope is just no, it's not it.
Uh, Kenny Omega made his return back to uh, Dynamite.
Hmm.
Attacked Don Callis. Then got attacked by the Don Callis family.
Yep. And Will Ospreay came
Um,
out to save him.
yep. Uh, I didn't. So shocking everybody. I didn't watch AEW last night. Did we get any update on Swerve and Ricochet's beef?
Okay, so Ricochet came out to Swerve's music. Well, his
Oh
intro.
shit!
Yeah,
Oh
so
shit!
he
Did he walk like
so
him too?
nah, so during the Casino Battle Royal, when Hangman was in the ring and he had just cleared the ring out, what hit was whose house? And everybody, the whole thing popped, right? And Hangman's looking like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And then Ricochet music started playing, and Ricochet came out walking all slow and stuff like that with the little mean face and everything. So, yeah, I actually fought with that one. Yeah,
I saw a report that said that Samantha Irvin isn't ruling out coming back to wrestling as a manager.
yeah, and yeah, she might be like the not really the Hurt Syndicate's manager, but she could somehow find her way within the Hurt Syndicate.
She'll just be there with Ricochet. She'll be his
Mm-hmm.
manager.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we didn't talk about this because it happened after JoJo, Bray
Mm.
Wyatt's widow. She made her return to wrestling announcing, but it was with AEW.
Yeah.
So we shocked
Yep.
about that.
No. Mm-mm. When it comes to the Wyatts, and when I mean Wyatts, I mean like
The Wyndhams.
Brody Lee and that whole cult
Hmm.
wrestling cult. I feel like that is a equal division between AEW and WWE because Brody Lee's son was just at a WWE event and he was sparring with Liv Morgan.
Oh yeah, he be training with Natty and stuff.
Yeah. So, I feel like that's good. I mean, she's very close with just all those she's very close with everybody associated with wrestling. I feel like that
Okay.
though, um, WWE might hit too much home for her. Like it might be too personal. You get what I'm saying?
Hanging around Bo and them.
Yeah, that might just be like too much emotion that comes through that.
Uh, I
And
do
the
want to
fact
say,
that she stole, you know, that was the whole WWE thing. That she stole Bray from his girl. Yeah.
see, we're not gonna talk about
Hey, now you talk political, we can talk about that.
that. So, Chris Statlander. See, this is the way that I like my baby faces to baby face. And said that she would love to repair her relationship with Orange Cassidy and Willow Nightingale. Said that she was wrong for turning on them the way she did and trusting people she shouldn't have trusted. You know what I'm saying? Just owning up to your mistakes.
Hmm.
Uh,
Unlike Seth
that's how take
Rollins.
or Rhea Ripley or Damian
Yeah.
Priest.
Hmm.
um, and then finally, this is just a little fun one. Harley Cameron and uh and Mariah May will be going at it on Collision in a non-title match. What she
Okay.
call it? Hotties that grasp or some shit. That's what they call in the match.
Something. Yeah, yeah.
Something like that. Something like that.
And and
But
Tay
yeah, man.
Mello, Tay Mello's supposed to be coming back soon.
She came back at Wrestle
She did come back
Dynasty.
out. Yeah, she did come back at Wrestle Dynasty. That is right.
Yeah, Ricochet lost to Zack Sabre Jr.
Hmm.
Kenny beat I forgot old boy's name, but he's part of the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
And Mercedes, she got 4 belts now. She
Yep.
beat Mina. She
Hmm.
beat Mina. Uh, the Young Bucks are now the New Japan Tag Team Champions because they won. Jack Perry lost his match.
Hmm.
What's that face? You don't like the Bucks being New Japan champions?
Nah, if any tag team champion they could hold is that one.
Yeah. Shit, I feel like we ain't seen Private Party since they beat them for the titles.
Private Party was they were on not Rampage,
Collision.
Dynamite last night. That no, they were
Okay.
on Dynamite last night. It looks like that Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are going to be facing them down the road for those titles.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I can deal with that. I can get
yeah,
jiggy with
because
that.
MVP, like during the promo, MVP was like, I created this whole MVP sectional type shit.
Mm.
Who
Whoever
cares
said who
about
cares?
what?
We care. It's about wrestling. I don't like watching one company is boring.
Who cares about what? Bobby Lashley and them?
I think he's talking about AEW overall or Private Party.
Oh, he said they were here for a collision. Listen,
Okay.
we care about Bobby Lashley. Go to episode 77.
Oh my God.
The num
Please
the
go to
number
episode 77.
the number one episode for all of Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast, episode
And that's not
77.
even the one where you went in with the
No,
when you had
it
the
wasn't.
lucha mask on.
Nah, that wasn't even
Bobby
it.
Lashley. Bobby
Oh.
Lashley. Bobby
such a hip,
Lashley.
such a hypocrite, right? He
He
said,
said the Bucks or Monet. Okay.
"Oh, he said no one cares." But yeah, hey, I was such a
I care
hypocrite
about
for that.
Mercedes. Yeah, you were, but it's all good.
Nah, I care about Sasha Banks.
Well, I care about her and Mercedes. I care about them both.
Nah, I care about Sasha Banks.
I think people are unnecessarily giving hate to Mercedes for no reason,
Yeah,
and I stand on that. I
yeah,
got your back,
we
Mercedes.
yeah we love you, Mercedes Banks.
That sounds like a
Or
never mind.
Mercedes Banks and Sasha Monet.
Oh God, I don't like either one of those.
No, you like them, just not in the wrestling realm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got your back, Mercedes. We not gonna let JD talk to you like that. That's crazy.
Don't call Snoop in the dog pound on me. I apologize.
All right, man. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Uh, this has been episode 133 of the Over the Road Wrestling Podcast. Check our scroller at the bottom, see where you can find us at on all of our social medias. Like, comment, subscribe. Uh, please, please like the video just because it helps it helps get the video around more for other people to see it. Um, get it in your algorithm, things of that nature. But yeah, this is your boy Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Thursday Night Trey.
And I'm JD, aka OTR Mic Drop, aka Netflix Mic Drop. Hey, I'm still a SmackDown guy. through and through. All right, there is only one OTC, the original tribal chief, the only tribal chief, the only oracle. Like I said last week, that is me, part time Jay. Okay, that is me. I am the oracle. You understand? All right, nah, I'm just trolling. All right, peace out, y'all.
Full timers out.